they put something like this together, on a magazine like that, the visions of what do you think they're trying to tell us?
And this is about 4 magazines over the last 4 or 5, maybe 6 magazines for U.S. News, Time, and it's about 6 magazines over the past 8 years that showed this face of Jesus. You see what I'm saying? And the interesting part about that is this, because me and the brother Panic had this particular discussion about people, even as they gain knowledge, like William Henry. Mm-hmm. And they gain all this knowledge and information, but somehow they just still can't get off of this Jesus. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
As being a historical figure, they can't leave that alone. You see what I'm saying? And that is because it's one thing. This is giving the white man all types of power. Why would you abandon something that you have fooled the whole world to say that he's been masquerading as God? Mm-hmm. So my point here is the last thing, even if they learn various information that there was no historical Jesus, they would still sweep that under the rug because they don't want to get off the power of what the historical Jesus has done by being a historical Jesus that has actually been white. So they would have, if this was a black man as an image, that was a image, and they found out that he was more of a composite figure and was more an attainment and a principle other than being a historical figure, they would expose it a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But the only reason why they keep clinging to this, and they got real profound people who basically unravel these things and know the mysteries of these principles of the Christhood, which predates a historical even notion of having some historical person. They still will not get off that historical thing because historically, and for the last 2,000 years, it's been the image of a white man. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So that outweighs the truth. You see what I'm saying? That outweighs the truth. So as a result, and it's been affected.
Right.
Now, and it's real affected on the continent right now, the continent of Africa. So this is what happened after years of colonization. And the funny thing about it is when they were colonized, they had very little religious experience. But we're talking about most of those particular countries have been decolonized since the 1980s. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And yet, in the 1990s, they have become Jesus fanatics. So in so many words, you got to realize that is another division of MK Ultra.
MK Ultra, and also
mind control.
And we've seen it for ourselves, man, that a lot of the churches, especially the newer churches they are building the ELF towers right in the steeples.
All of that.
All the big right in the steeples. It shuts them down, man.
And it's also the state of the art churches that is in Africa.
Right.
And they even now is going to the point where as the regular traditional Catholic churches started losing members by the thousands. And they used to have the Christianity, the biggest group of Christianity in Africa was Catholicism. Mm-hmm. You see, Catholicism versus Islam. And they're now losing members by the thousand. And they say, why are you losing these members? They say, because they like to go to churches and do the hooping and the hollering and the jumping all around, the stuff that we went through for years. You see what I'm saying? The roly-poly. And so as a result, the quiet Catholic Church started losing out. So what they said, they ain't gotten sanctioned by the Pope and all them. Do what you gotta do to get them members back. So now they got the guitars and the drum sets and the flipping and the dancing and all this kind of thing here.
Right.
So it's a big phenomenon in Africa. You see what I'm saying?